and welcome to another trip report. Today I've got a direct flight from Reno, Nevada to San Diego on Southwest. Normally for this route, you would have to have a stopover in Oakland, Las Vegas, or even Phoenix, but I got lucky and found a direct flight during the midday, which will be a nice time saver. I arrived extra early because I decided to take an earlier shuttle to the airport than I originally had planned, so I can relax a little before the flight and get some lunch and maybe do some looking around.
It was coerced. I have very nice blonde hair.
You enter the security check area through this narrow and rather inconspicuous corridor. Even though I waited in the security line for about 15 minutes or so, the process itself was super quick. After passing through the in-person x-ray machine, my backpack and other bag was already waiting at the end of the conveyor. I really like how they don't let you in the person x-ray machine until the passenger in front of you has retrieved all their carry-on luggage, thereby preventing a cluster of people waiting for their items to come out of the x-ray conveyor. For an international airport, the dining options here are rather limited. There's a McDonald's, a Subway, a pizza place, and a grab-and-go market, but not much else. There is a small lounge open to all passengers called Escape, but admittance is by what type of credit card you have. If you don't have a qualifying credit card, you can pay an entry fee. There is Wi-Fi and charging ports and all-you-can-eat buffet inside, but the choices were very limited and was not well stocked. Instead, I found this open dining area next door at McDonald's, which has the same services but without the food, but that's okay because I had brought my own peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch. This airport has only two concourses, an A and a B. At the time I was here, there was only one parked plane. The upper level looks very old, dark, gloomy, and not bright and airy, and the carpeted floor was kind of odd and unusual. Fortunately, this airport is about to get an updated remodeling and expansion that has already begun. Departure to San Diego on time. The flight today will be on a 737-800, and there it is. The plane has arrived. To keep training and maintenance costs down, Southwest uses only one type of aircraft, the Boeing 737, an aircraft designed and introduced back in the mid-1960s to supplement the 727 on short-range routes. As of the making of this video, Southwest uses three variants of the 737, the Dash 700, the Dash 800, and the Max 8. The Dash 700, introduced in 1993, comprises the bulk of the fleet with 460 units, a seating capacity of 143, and an average age of 16.5 years. Its first customer was Southwest. While they may look similar on the outside, the interior cabins are different in the areas of decor, features, seat design, and legroom. The 7 and 800 series are part of the 737 NG third generation, while the Max is part of the fourth generation. You can tell the difference between these three variants by noting some airframe features. The 700 has a shorter fuselage. The 800 has the longer fuselage. While the Max has a pointed tail cone, the 7 and 800 have a vertical, flat tail cone. By the way, this hump you see on the roof of the plane is the Wi-Fi antenna which receives signals from a satellite internet service, so that passengers on board can keep connected to the internet while at cruising altitude. I find it interesting that, according to Wikipedia, the 737 uses the same fuselage and nose as the 3-engine 727, which in turn got its fuselage and nose from the 4-engine 707. So it seems the central airframe of the 737 originates from the 1950s jet age era. The boarding process has started, which usually starts 20 or 30 minutes before departure.
She has mine too.
Thank you.
He does.
No, I'm kidding.
What is it upside down? Thank you so much, Danielle. Yours was easy. Thank you, Aaron.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Thanks so much, James.
I remember back in the day, like early mid-90s, when if you wanted to fly, you had to find a physical travel agency office and tell a travel agent face-to-face that you wanted to fly to this destination. They'd print you a hard ticket which you'd take to the check-in counter at the airport. Then the counter agent would ask you window or aisle seat before handing you a boarding pass. Now your boarding pass is on your phone. The entire cabin in Southwest planes are all economy class, and as there are no assigned seating, you can choose any seat. Since I was in the A group, I will have a lot of choices. Most people want to sit near the front, of course, but I'm going to find a spot near the rear where it's less crowded and I can get a nice window view without the wing getting in the way. Looks like my seat will be 27A. Fortunate for me, on this flight the cabin was not at full capacity, which was very rare for a Southwest flight from my experience, and so I ended up getting the entire row to myself, which has never happened before on a Southwest flight. The seats have sufficient cushion and headrests are adjustable. The legroom is very decent on the 800 series and for an economy class. The literature pouch has been moved to the back of the headrest to give more legroom.
Our in-flight entertainment portal. If you'd like to purchase internet, you may do so for $8. If you're seated in the emergency exit row, you can view the exit key requirements and operating instructions. For this Boeing 737-800 on the safety information card next to you.
The tray table has a cup roof and can extend out, which I think is an excellent feature. The armrests are small, but you can recline the seat with this button on the side of the armrest. There's plenty of room for my backpack under the front seat, even with the curvature of the fuselage.
Please ensure all portable electronic devices are placed in airplane mode at this time. There is a beverage menu in that seat back pocket. Exit doors for overwing window exits, 2 exit doors in the back, signs overhead and lights on the floor lead to exits. If evacuation is necessary, follow flight attendant commands and do everything. In the event of a water evacuation, use the life vest under your seat. Remove the vest only until you do so. Pull the red strap to open the container and remove the pouch. Remove the vest from the pouch as shown on the safety information card. Place the vest over your head, wrap the strap around your waist, buckle it in front, and pull to tighten.
The 800 has the new LED mood lighting scheme, which I find very relaxing. And it has the newer, larger overhead bins. The 700 series, seen here, does not have these features. Since there were not many passengers today, the boarding process was very quick. As soon as the cabin was secured, pushback began.
Heavy contact, still clear departure. 661 heavy, switch in departure, good. Southwest 2016, caution wait till risk, part of heavy, runway 27 clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff, runway 27, Southwest 2016.
Almost immediately after the plane reached cruising altitude, the flight attendants began handing out snacks and taking drink orders. Southwest flight attendants don't push around an aisle cart. Instead, they handwrite your drink order, then return with the drinks served from trays, handing them out to passengers, just like a restaurant waiter. There are 2 galleys on these 737s, one on the front and one at the rear.
Thank you. You're very welcome,
I really like Southwest's low-cost, no-frills philosophy. Nothing extra that I don't need. Their airfares are highly competitive when compared to other airlines. Secondly, carry-ons and checked baggage, drinks and snacks, and the in-flight entertainment are all free. Thirdly, I like their point-to-point as opposed to the hub-and-spoke business model used by other airlines. The point-to-point model is designed to get you to the city you want to go, rather than having you make a connection at a major hub. Here is a map showing Southwest's routes. Here is one showing Delta's routes. And this one shows United routes. You can see in the latter two, a handful of major cities serve as a major hub. The point-to-point model is the reason why I can make a non-stop flight from a mid-sized northern Nevada town to a Southern California city that is not Los Angeles. In my opinion, the San Diego airport is unique among US airports. First, the airport is located very close to the city skyline, unlike most other major American airports that are located further away from the city center. Secondly, directly underneath Final Approach, there is a small hill with buildings on it, causing arriving planes to come close to some rooftops. And then there is this 100-foot tall parking structure right in front of the runway. As a result, pilots are forced to make a rather steep descent. Thirdly, the airport has only one runway. All departing and arriving traffic have to share this single runway. Plus, Mexican airspace, ocean winds, and mountains to the east add to the challenges of landing at this airport. The takeoff from this airport is a little bit unique too. There are two features that limit how far an airplane can fly to a destination. The runway is unusually short, at less than 9,000 feet. Then there is another hill at the end of the runway. To clear the runway and the hill, the plane will need to take off as quick as possible and then climb at a slightly steeper angle. This means planes should be as light as possible, meaning they'll take off with minimum fuel, which limits the distance they can travel. As a result, the airport generally does not service long-distance international routes. For these reasons, the History Channel ranked the San Diego Airport number 10 on its list of the 10 most extreme airports in the world. Flights arriving from the north fly a somewhat zigzag course, first following the coast, turning inland, then going towards the ocean. So you can see what the landing is like from the passenger window. I've attached the GoPro to the window using a specially designed suction mount that I got from Amazon. This setup, along with the GoPro's image stabilization, will give an exceptional stable view of the landing.
careful when opening the overhead bins. Items may have shifted during flight and could fall out. You may now use the cellular function of your small portable electronic devices. Please be advised the aircraft doors will be open during ground servicing. For your safety, please ensure that you and any children you're supervising remain clear of the front and back doors. If you're connecting here to another Southwest flight, please check the TV monitors in the terminal for your flight and gate number. Be sure to double check those seat back pockets for any remaining personal items. Once you step off the aircraft, you are not permitted to come back on. We certainly have enjoyed sharing part of our afternoon with you. We know you have many choices when you fly. We thank you so much for choosing us here at Southwest. Folks, if you did request a wheelchair, if you'll just remain seated, I'll let you know when they have arrived. Thank you.
Doors are disarmed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night. This concourse is called Terminal 1 West. There is also a Terminal 1 East, both of which are operated by Southwest. They don't use concourse letters here. I absolutely dislike going through this part of the airport. Every time I get out of the gate, I don't know whether to turn right or left, and it looks old and outdated. This circular round design reminds me of the flying saucer era of the 1950s and 60s. There is no natural lighting, and it feels cramped and crowded. There is also only one restroom each, men and women. Another travel vlogger called this the Circle of Death. I'm glad they're now currently building a new and expanded Terminal 1. Okay, now I've got off at the Old Town Station. Thing about the Old Town Transit Center, it's kind of like the Grand Central Station for buses here. Got city buses, the light rail, which you see right there, and then behind that is the coaster train. So what I need to look for is Route 44. Hi.
Hi, you didn't recognize me?
No, I'm recording.
You
Yeah.
are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where'd you park?
Daddy's getting the food now. He's buying the food.
What food?
For dinner.
I was supposed to go so I can order too because I wanted the wonton, the war wonton soup.
He is gonna have wonton soup. Okay.
And what else?
And I don't know what else. Chow mein or something like that. Because it's getting late and we're hungry. You must be hungry too. Put it on the floor and then you can sit in there.
Yeah, I'll put it on the floor here.
All the food?
No, there's a one back underneath.
Oh, what's on top here? What's on top here?
That's the one done.
Oh, the food are in here.
No, all
there.
the food in there.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. That's
I
fine.
think it's pretty solid. And then the fruits, I put it in some wonton soup because it's soupy.
That's exactly what I wanted to do. But since I was about to go with you and buy some pastries there.
Not too late because we'll do some other time. Hi there, how are you?
Everybody okay? No symptoms?
Everything, no symptom. We got our son with us today, okay?
Fine, thank you.
And here on the right side are the what's called terraces. There are eight apartments in one building. 4 on top, 4 at the bottom. 4 apartments on top, 4 apartments at the bottom. People
They
here are
went
very
that way,
friendly.
right?
No, there, that's them. People here are friendly, James. They usually say hello to you. So you have to say hello back, okay? When they say hello to you, you say hello.
Yeah. So where you park, this is where you would enter. Hmm?
When we park, yeah, we enter and here. And then we're going to the 4th floor. I'm not completely unpacked yet, okay? It's still pretty messy. Welcome.
Welcome to our new home.
Don't take a picture of this yet. Take that one.
New home here.
New home.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's pretty messy.
After 3 years.
Ouch, ouch.
Did you bring a slipper? Or?
Yeah.
You need air conditioning? Or
No,
you
I'm fine.
cover-
I'm fine as it is.